All right, I know it's Friday, but I don't know. I feel like I've I don't know. I've been letting myself down a little bit. I don't know if it's translated into my videos, but I feel like if it has, I've been letting you guys down. It's just been a rough couple of days for me. I've had work to finish for school, but it, one thing that I find fault in myself is just that I can't explain myself, and sometimes people tell me that I have a way with words or I know big words, and it just it's kind of bittersweet to hear that from people because I know that I'm not good at, fully expressing things um, all the time. So it's just been some of those, days in a row that you just gotta kind of get through it. I wish I had tips to help people get through stuff when they're just going through a little bit of a rough patch, but the only thing that keeps me going is just knowing that I should keep going for whatever reason. So I'm not, you know, don't really have that much advice to give people, but I still want to keep going. To me, that's just the best way to get through something is to just kind of keep going with stuff, and eventually you'll get out on the other side. I love. I'm honestly not sure if this is a Bible verse or not, but I've heard it a lot, and it's just this too shall pass. So no matter what emotions you're in, what time you're going through, if it's good or bad, just know that it's gonna pass. It's not gonna stay this way forever. So you know, the least you can do if you don't have anything to help you with it is just kind of get through it. Just keep going, and eventually you'll come out on the other side. So there you go. That's my advice for today. Before our chapter 3, and if we keep going at this rate, we're going to be done with Leviticus in what, 27 days for 27 chapters or something like that. Because so far, every chapter has been just the one story, and I know today's is no different. It's the 17 verses in chapter 3 for the fellowship offering, and I believe tomorrow's is going to be a decently long one. It's probably going to be one of the longest recordings I've done so far. I think I saw maybe 2.5 pages of the same story, but we'll get to that one tomorrow. I just have to remember to set enough time aside to read it. So, um, without any further ado, I will start our morning off with Leviticus chapter 3. If your offering is a fellowship offering, and you offer an animal from the herd, whether male or female, you are to present before the Lord an animal without defect. You are to lay your hand on the head of your offering and slaughter it at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall splash the blood against the sides of the altar. From the fellowship offering, you are to bring a food offering to the Lord, the internal organs and all the fat that is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the long lobe of the liver, which you will remove from with the kidneys. Then Aaron's sons are to burn it on the altar on top of the burnt offering that is lying on the burning wood. It is a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. If you offer an animal from the flock as a fellowship offering to the Lord, you are to offer a male or female without defect. If you offer a lamb, you are to present it before the Lord. Lay your hand on its head and slaughter it in front of the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons shall splash its blood against the sides of the altar. From the fellowship offering, you are to bring a food offering to the Lord. Its fat, the entire fat tail cut off close to the backbone, the internal organs, and all the fat that is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the long lobe of the liver, which you will remove with the kidneys. The priest shall burn them on the altar as a food offering presented to the Lord. If your offering is a goat, you are to present it before the Lord. Lay your hand on its head and slaughter it in front of the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons shall splash its blood against the sides of the altar. From what you offer, you are to present this food offering to the Lord, the internal organs and all the fat that is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the long lobe of the liver, which you will remove with the kidneys. The priest shall burn them on the altar as a food offering, a pleasing aroma. All the fat is the Lord's. This is a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. Wherever you live, you must not eat any fat or any blood. So there you go. We're going to start labeling these PG-13, if not R. But it's important. I mean, it's in the Bible, so it's good to know it. How the fellowship offering was a lot of splashing of the blood on the sides of the altar, I think, and certain pieces of different animals. There you go. That's what it is. I'm not going to ruin your breakfast with any further discussion about this, but let me know if you have any insight to it. And tomorrow, from the title of the story, at least for me, I'm very interested to read it. It is going to be a pretty long one. I think it's it stretches for a few different chapters, I think, or maybe like a chapter and a half. But I don't know. We'll get into it tomorrow, and I'm very interested to see it. All right, get through your Friday and look forward to the weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.